I have become very vocal about this, and I share this on social media, and I'm glad that you brought this up because I find it to be so very important for companies. In crisis or in mild exposure, let's call it, companies want to stay quiet. They just want it to go away. They don't want to go on the record about anything, and they just say nothing. And no comment is more harmful, I say, than even going on a long explanation or anything. Here's why. When you say no comment, in the viewer's mind, whether that viewer is on television or that viewer is on the internet reading the review, they've decided that clearly there's guilt. Because if you can't comment, then it must be because you don't want to say what you have to say. And it would be detrimental to your brand if you said it. The other danger of just saying nothing is that then it leaves everyone in the audience to set the narrative instead of you actually setting the narrative. So hopefully hearing those two potential scenarios makes you say, oh, okay, well, I don't want either of those things to happen. So what do I do? And I encourage every company to follow this sort of scenario if a crisis happens, which is acknowledge what it is, acknowledge the feedback, communicate what you plan to do about that, take any responsibility that you might have, and then now what? So now we're going to do XYZ. So let's put that into practice. So say we get a review and I had a horrible experience with somebody at the front desk and I'm never going back to that business again. They're the worst. Everyone should stay away from that business. You say nothing and I, Lynn, go on to the review and I'm reading it and I'm like, I'm never going to that business because that's just our nature. If I then read the comment underneath it and it says, Sue, I'm so sorry. I hear you. You must have had a terrible experience to have that reaction. Communicate what you thought. We've spoken with staff and identified what happened, and we can ensure that this is never happening again. Take responsibility. While that is not a reflection of our brand by any means, we understand that our employees are a reflection of our brand. So now what? So we've taken appropriate steps to ensure that that will never happen again. Now, I read that and I think to myself, I actually want to do business with that person. So think of those two scenarios when you are thinking, okay, we're just not going to say anything.